Minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back. It's Thursday, so that you know what that means because you're already here. It is time for the Jest stream that there is. The Jest stream on Earth. The Jest stream on the internet. If you've had enough Jest puns, well, guess what? We're not done with them yet. So, smash that like button. Share the stream with your local community. Share the stream on your feed. Share the stream with your grandma. Let's get this rolling. All right, let's go here. We are joined, my Jestys besties, my Jestis League, my Jesticles. We are joined in the Jestival Dome by two of the beta testers. Two, not one, but two of the beta testers for the coveted, brand new, still in the works of perfecting Vortex glove set by Stone Orbits. I think we should call it the rewire glove set because it's not like a pre-wired, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna rewire your gloves every time you use this. I think that's fitting. But I'm gonna bring in the boys here, so I'm gonna unmute these guys in the Discord. I am joined by Sike, aka Scott Stevens, and Steamboy, aka Josh Lee. Go Team Josh, by the way. Scott, you're gonna have to change your name to Josh just for the stream.
No, that's already discussed. Like,
yeah,
his name is now Josh.
His name's now Josh, so we're all just multiversal variants of the same character. This actually really works in the case of me and Scotty because we look shockingly similar. But we'll leave that for you guys to we'll leave that for you guys to discuss amongst yourself. Any whoosies, we got, like I said, we got Josh Lee and Josh Stevens. Let's see what colors you guys got. What color pad did you get?
I got white.
You got white?
I just wanted them to hide in the gloves and not be very apparent, so I've also been meaning to tape over the little green light so that way the green light doesn't show up. I don't want to draw attention to what's going on the back of my hand.
That makes sense. So one question I have while I distract myself in getting this properly framed for the both of you. How did you guys get involved with the beta testing?
Scott, do you want to start this one?
Yeah, Sari hit me up and she was like, "Yo, we got this cool new glove set. Do you want to be a part of the pre-sale?" And I was like, Absolutely.
Well,
yes.
obviously I want to do that.
Yeah, like if you say new glove set, like I have a wall of gloves. I've got like 25 sets, probably less because I've sold some of them to people. But I think I've bought probably 35 sets in my time of gloving, and I haven't even been gloving for that long. So
we have an in joke with our we have an in joke in our friend group that he needs a bandolier, just strapped with glove sets.
I've got a whole shoe organizer.
That you have like, that. You have that in common with Sari, then, for sure.
Yeah, and we talk about glove sets. So she was like, "Yeah, like you were one of the first people that popped into my head," and I was. She sent me the specs and a picture of it, and I was like, "That looks exactly like something that me and Josh Lee were talking about that we wanted, and we maybe even were thinking about producing some ourselves." And this was just like, hey, somebody else did it. Do you want one? And we were like, yeah, I need 2 pairs.
I need 2 pairs.
2 pairs.
So you got Josh onto the gang. Onto the gangland activities, then, is what you're saying.
It was funny too, because I remember the day he sent me that text message. He was like, dude, like, you're gonna get a set of pre-sale Vortexes. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. And I'm not getting it. So I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to pre-order, but they're taking forever. And he's like, no, you don't get it. I got you on the pre-sale list. I'm like, oh.
You got you on the beta list. Heck yeah. Gang. Well, I want to acknowledge the chat real quick. Alexander Baladaris, aka the one and only Cypher, was the first in the chat this time, which is pretty cool. We got VO. We got Old Dave. We got Liquid Hades, who is acknowledging the Liquid DMB, which is good. HKJK. What a fucking name. Amazing.
There's Dustin in there. I see him.
Dustin snaps in the chat. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I was gonna mention your Josh. Your settings are still on the screen, so just hit your menu key on the back of your camera real quick.
Yep.
Well, now we just see your menu.
Honestly, I think that's the
shit.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Do that again. There should be one of those settings that just shows you. Oh, is your mirroring on?
Possibly. I don't know how to turn that off, actually.
Well, we may just have to ignore that for now, but that's beside the point. 3M gang, Carato, I see you. I see you in the chat. So definitely go ahead and smash the like button and share the stream if you haven't already. Let's talk some more about these wild, wacky, wired gloves that you guys.
Is JJ in the chat?
JJ is not in the chat yet, but I would not be surprised to see him show up at some point during this conversation. JJ is, of course, the progenitor of this glove set, in a sense of not like the creator, but like the idea inspiration behind it. JJ fashioned fire from the gods, stole fire from the gods, like Prometheus himself, by soldering 2 bulbs to the end of each pad on a E-charge. Brilliant. It was just the brightest thing you've seen since fucking Albert Einstein posted his theorems.
Yeah, I believe it, especially since I remember there were certain sets that I had. Like, I remember I soldered my OSMs onto them, and they were they were already a bright set, but once you had E-charges in there, like, they were the brightest it would ever be. Like, they were almost blinding for certain regards.
Snap says, Josh, show them the OSMs, and since I have no idea what he's talking about, I gotta assume he's talking to either Josh 2 or Josh 3.
He's talking to me. I know exactly what he's talking about. You know what, Dustin? I might bring him out later, but not now. We just got started. I'm gonna bring him out later.
Well, I mean, since we're on topic, you might as well.
I'm so lazy. You know what? I'll go grab him. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, you got it. You got your time.
The reason I brought up JJ is I downloaded his RBG set the other day, It was like right when we got back from Texas. I like saw that he posted it, and it was like just 2 minutes, fucking drag and drop, and now I got his set, and it's fucking killer. And I edited it a little bit, but for the most part, this is just like literally all I did was change the colors on one set. It's this one right here. I changed it from red and yellow to blue and yellow. I like it a little bit better that way. But it's a really nice set, and I like that you can just like so easily just download somebody's set and just pop it on.
Yeah, that's pretty
Have
pretty
you tried
next
that
level. I had Shane give me the firmware update. So basically, yes. The firmware that you guys got standard, he had to have me drag and drop. So I've done essentially that. But yeah, no, I don't have buttons yet. 2 buttons in his thumbs. I don't have the buttons yet, VO, unfortunately. I've got broken wires and I've got no buttons. So I'm still on that alpha life. You guys are already to the beta and I'm still sitting here in alpha land waiting on the new wires and the button. But I am getting those things soon. So it's like, you know, not the end of the world. I'm not crying by any means. I just unfortunately do not have access to a full hand for tonight's stream, which is slightly unfortunate. But go ahead and smash the like button if you haven't already. Share this stream in your local gloving community if you have not done that already. Share the stream with your grandmother. Share the stream with your dog. Share the stream with a cat who likes chasing after laser pointers. I'm sure they would love light shows.
I don't even know if I have a way of getting a link to my grandma. I would literally have to like text the link to her, and she has a flip phone. I don't even think she could fucking see.
Your grandma still has a flip phone? That's OG.
She's
original
not
grandmother.
fuck with it. Actually, I don't even think she has a phone. I think she just has a home phone.
Amazing.
I don't think she has a cell phone at all.
That's some classic shit right there.
Yeah, so Vio, like what I ended up doing, because the button, the prototype button for the Vortexes are so small, I took cutie like casings and put them over the button. That's why you see that big bulge. Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, dude, I can feel the button like right on top.
Also, JJ posted a picture of him making some button V2s that look pretty nice, because I can already, you already broke one of your casings, and I can feel one that's like she's getting there.
Wait, one of the button casings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I smashed that thing here at the kickback. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, those are 2 pieces right there. I was just slamming that thing too hard.
I'm really glad I didn't actually lose this really cheap glove set at the kickback. I was using easy lights all night because of this broken pinky. But I thought I left this glove set at the house the other night, or the night after it, and yeah, the homeowner, shout out to another team, Josh.
Palmer. Yeah, shout out to Josh.
Came through and showed up with my set, so that was cool.
Oh, but so this is what Dustin wanted me to show you guys. This is my original set of OSMs that I soldered E-charges onto, and he equates this to Iron Man making his first set of armor in his cave.
I fuck with it. That sounds about right. It's like the idea for the Vortexes, just incepted, built in a cave.
Right.
Tony Stark did it in a cave with a box of scraps.
Exactly. He always quotes that around me.
Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. I love that, actually. That's really. I'm gonna make that meme after this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. I don't know if it's either gonna be. I might have to do the video version, but I'll probably make the.
You know, I don't doubt.
First.
After what you made in the past day, I don't doubt your ability to craft memes.
The thumbnail is a work of art, if I make so myself.
Oh no, they are art. They deserve to be in a gloving museum.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but this is going to be the gloving museum essentially. Actually, it would be really cool to have a gloving museum, low key, like actually unironically.
Yeah, I mean we already have a book, so.
Hey man, if I gotta do the museum too, I will. Don't fuck with me.
No, I'm not like I could totally see it being a thing. My question is how it would be curated. You know what I mean? Like we have the information. Like how would we curate the information? Is my question.
Yeah, it would really be up to. It would be a job to curate the information. It would be whoever's passionate enough and confident enough and been around long enough to be like, yes, this is good in quality, and this is not good in quality. This is not in quality. And it would just mostly be technology, I think. Technology, and like there would definitely be a meme wing.
No, I can honestly see it going even more beyond that because, you know, there is like a rich history there for sure, you know, especially like a lot of history that a lot of people, like for example myself and Scott, missed either because we came in too late or because we're on the other side of the continent, you know, like there's a lot of stuff, for example, like West Coast that I know, like I'm just like not privy to because I just simply wasn't there for it.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. People just said that's how fast the chip to chip is on this thing. It's quick. I would say it's the best I've seen.
Gloving museum is Sari's house, says Dustin. Accurate.
Accurate.
Old Dave says museum with a performance center. Listen, that's goals right there. That's where IGC happens from now on.
I mean, if we can fit 100 people into a single house, I'm sure we can do the same again.
Was it actually 100? It felt like there was less.
I think there was a total of 100 people that went in there. I don't know if it was 100 at once, but
yeah,
there was at least. Yeah.
Listen, when you look at the picture that they took at 3-4 in the morning, 30% of the people that were there weren't in that picture, at least. And that picture was cramped. So,
I'm in there, but one dude's arm just blocks my whole head.
I wonder if I can pull up the picture real quick. Hang on 1 second.
Let's play a game of Where's Waldo, but it's me, and I'm behind somebody's arm. You gotta try to find me.
What was your guys' best trades of the evening?
That's hard, man.
That's a loaded question, brother.
That is tough. That is a very tough question because holy shit, were there a lot of people there that was just really.
Actually, I can answer it, and it pains me to say this. I honestly don't even want to say it.
I'm curious now.
No, it hurts. It's gonna hurt me to get it out of my lips.
Do it.
Say it.
You can't tease people.
No, I'm not happy about it.
Why did you want someone else to be your best trade?
Yeah, I do.
You should said all these fucking names show up, and you still have the audacity.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Sounds like I'm like, I don't know, like trying to suck you off here, but no, it was probably the best trade of the night.
You had Outlaw. You had fucking.
I traded with Outlaw another day, so he's just. I guess if we're saying of the weekend, all right, yeah, Outlaw.
there you go. That's a better. I feel better about that answer, honestly. My answer is the exact same. My answer is Outlaw. That man gives an experience. He doesn't give a light show. He gives a light experience.
He's one of the best to do it, just hands down.
I will say that even though we got to trade before the kickback, I kind of regret not trading with you at the event because we kind of gave each other warm-up trades, you know what I mean? And I could tell like we were kind of like getting warmed up there.
Well, that was the first trade or my first show of the weekend, so you've got a point there. But no, I was definitely on one at the event, so I see your perspective validly.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I also managed to snag like 3 or 4 of your shows as you were giving them on my camera. So like, sorta, kinda, I got to watch you doing your thing. It was good.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, I would like be like recording someone else and like peeking my head over. I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I need to get that next time.
Did you? How much footage did you end up getting?
You know what? That's actually, I would say, the biggest almost source of disappointment for me, because I usually use my fisheye to record, and I try to use my wide angle this time. And my wide angle requires a little bit more precision in the autofocus realm. And I would say that about a good 2/3 of it is still usable, but mostly for B-roll. I would say in terms of actual trades, about 1/3 of what I actually got is usable, and it kind of is a little upsetting, but you know what? It's a learning experience. There's still good stuff in there. I got a lot of good trades for sure, but not as much as I was hoping at the end of it.
That's tough.
What f-stop were you rocking?
I know you're gonna. You know what? I don't want to answer this question.
Don't tell me it's lower than 2, bro.
I don't want to answer this question because
don't
you
tell
know
me it's
I know
lower than 2.
You gave me this lecture already, and you know what?
I'll give it again.
Bro, at least you know what f-stop is. I don't even know what he's talking about. All right, let's look at this picture. There is a solid. That's got to be 40, 50 people in that picture, right?
See if you can find me.
Can you see me and my fucking tired ass?
Yeah, I see
groggy ass.
Next to Gloveson right there.
Yeah. Someone's arm is over your face, huh? So I honestly can't tell. I'm just looking for arms at this point.
Yeah, it's like impossible to tell. I even knew where I was because I knew where I was standing, and I looked at the picture and I was like, where the fuck am I?
Are you behind Alec?
I don't know what his name is. Just hover your mouse over it. Although there would be some delay.
This guy?
Oh no. Oh, you talking about Crush now?
Tell me which direction to go. That's me right
North.
there. Where?
North.
North. Well, there's stuff in the way that I can't get rid of, so I don't know. Oh, there it goes. North? In the back?
Yeah, your mouse went over it at one point.
It's like over here, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
I think. Well, there's a delay, but.
But yeah, let's see. Let's do a rough count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. There's at least 60 people in this picture, and like I said, 30% of the people were not in this picture.
So there's for sure 100. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wild.
Also, I keep thinking I found you, Scott, but I keep finding Josh.
Damn.
I have to say, I said the same thing. I was like, is that Scott? No, that's me.
I was at the top left by Sean,
Dustin.
but there's somebody's arm just completely. Dustin just ratted you out.
I know, he just ratted me out, dude.
1.4, 1 over 1.4.
Boo.
Brother. So,
Boo.
can I take this time to give
Yes.
I can give a quick rundown of the optimal settings that you should have.
By all means.
Y'all can learn
And you
from
could
my
even
mistakes.
clip this. You could even clip this and maybe.
I want the information. By all means, tell us the info because I know nothing about cameras. I just kind of guess and check until shit works.
Yeah, and I know a lot about them. I mean, I'm a professional videographer and photographer. I know how to do this stuff. But with light shows, you got to break a lot of the normal laws of photography and videography because we're doing a weird thing where you want it to be kind of dark, but then you got these bright ass lights, and it's tough. It's really hard. And I even fucked up the VR light shows I recorded. The lighting was not enough, and that's the big thing is.
I'm so sad I didn't give you my lighting. Why did I not?
I know. And the thing is,
you mentioned that at the end of the night too.
Everybody that came in was like, "Shouldn't we make this a little darker?" And it was pretty bright in there. Like it wasn't dark. but
I think for normal light
enough.
show recording standards, it was pretty bright in there.
Yeah.
That's what I was going off of.
And now I'm at the point where I'm like, you want a shit ton of light, especially if you're going to bring it into Premiere or DaVinci, where you can lower the brightness. You can always lower the brightness. You can take the midtones down, and you're good to go, because you take the midtones down, and the bright lights are still going to be just as bright, and you have more control that way. But if it's too dark, you're never getting that information back without losing a ton of quality. And so typically, there's a couple like rules of videography, and one of them that we're going to definitely break here is going to be the ratio of FPS to shutter speed. Normally, if you're running 30 FPS, you want a 1/15 shutter speed. 60 FPS, 1/30. So like half of your shutter speed. Gives the best motion blur. But with light shows, you know, if you had half, you see how I have a solid here, and it looks pretty solid. Like, you can see a little bit of gaps where the rolling shutter hits its little break. Let's say I crank my shutter speed down. You notice that these gaps get bigger and bigger. And if I... Oh wait, I went the wrong way, I'm dumb. If I go like that, okay. This solid is going to slowly turn into a strobe.
This may or may not be the exact problem I had on stream the last two streams, because I couldn't figure out why my sets did not look like they were supposed to, and they were way too gappy.
Yeah, so that's why. Is when that shutter speed comes down from a 1-to-1 ratio. So you want a 1-to-1 ratio, so that way the shutter is open for the same amount of time that the frame is being recorded, and then that's why you get like a little bit of gap, but it's not too bad. And so like this is a solid iNova, and you crank it up and it turns into, whoops, wrong way again, and it turns into a strobe. And I don't think we normally want that, especially if
Nope.
you have different different gap timings. It can cause some weird shit to happen where sometimes if you have a really gappy set,
Glove just looks like it's off.
Yeah, sometimes it's just off. It's almost like when you see the helicopter being recorded at the same frame rate, and it just looks like the propellers aren't spinning. So you get that problem. And then the f-stop. So really the only three things that I'm worried about when I'm shooting a light show is shutter speed, frame rate, which I'm almost always going to go 30 FPS, 1/30. Pretty much every time. Next thing is your f-stop. And the big thing about the f-stop is the lower the f-stop is, the shallower the depth of field is. So that means the range that it is in focus, the lower the number is, gets smaller and smaller. So it's going to be a harder time getting everything in focus. And so for a light show video, really, you just want to make sure that it's high enough that you get the whole body, the hands and the body, in focus at the same time. You don't want it to be where you come in close and just the hands are in focus, and then maybe you like pull one back and now one of them's out of focus, one of them's in focus. And then your autofocus is going to be going back and forth. Find a good f-stop. I've found between f4, f8.
Does F stand for focus?
I have no idea what the F stands for, actually.
I have no idea either.
Let's say, yeah, focus. That's your focus stop.
Is that how that works?
So the messed up part is I try to shoot in manual about 20 minutes into the event, and my screw up was that a lot of my videos only focused on hands, and it didn't do both hands and chest. That was my biggest screw up.
This is why I always film I got a wide angle lens, and I just don't even use it. I just use my fisheye for pretty much everything. There's like one thing I use wide angles for, and that's when like I have the ability to be back far enough. But
yeah,
I
was trying to
just so good for this.
Yeah, I just try to challenge myself, and also my lens specifically, like especially if you get the f-stop all the way up, like the way that it captures like colors in an LED is just super crystal. I know what my mistake was now, so I'm going to try it again at another event, but for sure.
if you're gonna be moving the camera around, you can go manual f8. I would say would be perfect because that's gonna give you like 20 feet to work with of everything in focus, and put it on manual focus, and you know that it's gonna be sharp focus the whole way through. And so TLDR, best gloving settings, 30 FPS, 1/30 shutter speed. We'll go f6, manual focus, and whatever ISO makes it look good where it's bright enough that you can see everything. And if you need to add more lighting to make that possible, add more lighting.
Yeah, if anything, I think for the next event too, I'm gonna get Josh one of those little like panel lights that you had. I know you have 3, but I want at least 1 so I can go around, slide it right behind a person, and get that perfect snipe.
That's what I did at Gem. I brought all 3 of them with me to Gem and Jam and had them in my bag with my GoPro. And even though the GoPro tends to do low light a little bit better, having those things just set up made every single one of the light shows that I recorded that much better.
Yeah, for sure. And they were so clutch when we shot that Cypher. If anything, shooting that Cypher made me kind of realize like our differences in like production, like kind of mentality, because you have like a background in like almost vaudevillian performance, right? Like, because like you still like practice magic and stuff, and it would make sense that
I do have a theatrical background. Is if that's what you're.
Yeah. It would make sense that for you would like want to make sure you have everything prepared so that no matter the situation, like you can perform on the spot. Whereas I feel like for me, a lot of my background comes more from production and preparing for the moment before it happens. So it was just so interesting seeing like what gear you would choose based on that background. Like a lot of panel lights, a lot of portable stuff. It was just really cool.
Definitely, my experience came into why I carry those things around. Just what I've noticed the problem is in most of the footage that I've captured over the years. Like there's so much festival footage out there that I captured that looks kind of good, but it would look just so crisp and really, really clean if I had those lights to illuminate the person who was getting and giving the light show at the time.
You guys ever thought about running a top light just on top of your camera?
This light right here, this light right here that's at my crotch right now is a top light for my camera that I usually run as well.
Okay. I just feel like
it's usually being ran at like 7%, granted, and
I was gonna say, yeah, you don't want it too bright.
No, but it was super helpful even when we shot that Cypher, because that's what he was using. You probably just didn't even realize it because it was super low, but even that 7%, like, it kind of added to it, because if we didn't have that, it would just be lights, you know?
I don't think Scotty was in the Cypher, were you?
You didn't catch the troll, bro. We're trolling you, man. I wasn't in that Cypher. I was like, you better see me in there. You better not miss it.
I hate you.
I can't believe you missed my troll, bro. That's what I was talking about.
I can't believe you fell for a Hades.
Yeah, how'd you fall for a Hades?
Okay, listen, y'all. I'm too smooth brain for all of your
story time.
Quick-witted trolls.
I think a lot of people don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you should tell them.
They don't know.
Tell the story.
So I wasn't gonna go to the Texas meetup. Josh and Dustin Chow, aka Snaps, invited me. They said I was all good, and I was like, don't think I can make it. But I was gonna go, and so I messaged Joe. I was like, yo, could I stay with you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, don't tell anybody I'm coming. And I was planning on buying this VR lens, and I was like, yo, Josh, while you're there, I heard somebody's gonna be there with this new Canon VR lens. Check it out and let me know what it's like, because I'm thinking about getting one. Dude goes by the name Hades. And so I show up, and I got a cloak on and a mask. I even got a mask that like had like a devil face on there, like, and like a pentagram, so it would look like something somebody named Hades would wear. And I had sunglasses on, and I walk in and I was like, yo, what up, I'm Hades. And Josh was just like, oh, what up, dude? I said, Hades nuts could probably fit in your mouth.
Hades nuts. You fell for a Hades joke. How are you gonna fall for a Hades joke? From the king of trolls.
You know what? I feel like this stream is just gonna turn into stories about how people troll Josh, and that's okay. That's okay.
And it's all me.
It's all you too.
Good times.
Oh, dude, it was perfect. It was perfect. Yo, actually, I will say I do have a favorite trade of that night. Now that I think about it. So, Impulse was there. For those of you who don't know, he's like Josh. He's like a founder of Photon, right?
Right.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't realize that he was still gloving, and for me, like it was really cool because I first got a trade. Oh, I first saw his shows online when I was like 16, 17. And like just to see him there, and I gave him a show with my claw set, and he legit said that like one of his favorite trades of the night. I don't know, it was like a cool moment. Like as a 26-year-old doing this for a long time, like it was like a weird like snap back into like a past existence, you know?
Definitely. It's always good to get those inspirational trades, especially for people who you don't think are doing the thing anymore. Like I'd probably like have myself a moment if I ever had the opportunity to meet Physic. Oh my god,
dude, that would be a dope trade. There are a couple of like I don't know if I'd call them dead names, but like for the lack of a better term, like dead names like that I would love to get trades in with at this point, but they're kind of probably like never gonna happen. Like I would love a trade with Team the Turtle for one.
Word. Yeah.
I have another highlight trade.
Ooh.
I think Prometheus.
Oh, word.
Yes.
Yep.
Just got on Photon. He strobed me like I've never been strobed before. Like it gave me a new understanding of how to strobe somebody into oblivion. Like at one point, I was like, I don't even think I can see right now, but it's amazing.
Yeah, that was probably also one of my top 5 trades of that night. Also,
like, yo, I see why you got on Photon, dude. You're nuts.
Yeah, dude. Like, and the way that he does, like, each whip, like, he could do, like, for example, like a full strobe set with, like, with a tracer in the middle, and he will just, like, extend his phalanges, like, completely apart, and just, like, you could see that he's, like, stretching his hands apart, like, 100% while he's doing it. It's beautiful.
That is a solid show, and you know that they can get all the fingers away from each other as far as possible. That's a hard thing to do. A lot of people don't do that. Like you should, if you're doing a light show and you have your fingers open, you should have your fingers all the way open. There's two lengths. There's closed and there's open. There's none of this like half-hearted bullshit. All right, listen. Open, closed. That's it.
Yeah, I know I tend to do it a lot more consciously when I'm running like a bulb set for sure. I feel like for something like strobe or like a flicker set, like it's easier just to go like, it's almost like subconsciously like you're going like soft with it, right? Like you kind of want that softer look, but I know when I'm going like full like strobe set, like bam, I want my hands like stretched out all the way.
I've been having a hard time stretching them all the way, like every time. Like I got like 5 of them in me, and then my hand starts to cramp up, and I'm done for.
That's because you're weak. You weak.
I guess.
5 of what? 5 of what in you now? I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
Like 5 open whips, and then, I mean, sometimes I'm okay, but like after a long night of trading, dude.
What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. He just said he gets 5 of them in him, and then his hands start to cramp. And I'm sorry.
What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Okay.
What could I possibly be taking 5 of them in me for my hands?
Scott, because it's you, there are multiple orifices.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of directions that could have gone, my dude.
No. Me?
Says man with first dude, light show on Pornhub.
Listen, this dude, the second thing this guy says after he pulls out his VR camera is, I'm gonna start making VR porn. Like, come on, buddy. Like, read the room. Like, give it a chance a little bit of time to breathe. But no, of course, everybody who puts on the Oculus, their first thing was like, oh yeah, we got one of these, and the first thing we did was pull up porn. Why is that the universal experience?
People be horny, man. I know my friend bought his Oculus like literally like 5 seconds after he tried mine. He said the same thing, but what interested me was that he said, you know what, the first couple of times I couldn't even jack off because it was just art. It was just majestic.
Beautiful.
It was just too beautiful. Exactly. He just had to stand there and witness all of its glory.
Degenerates.
I mean,
what
honestly,
you gonna do?
I watch it, but just for the story.
Right. Probably.
This is the best way to experience porn stories.
It's like.
Did this just devolve? How do we?
That's like watching hentai for the tentacles, my guy.
I mean, they got some good animation on the tentacles. You gotta respect it.
Yo, real talk. Some of those hentai openings, the music slaps. I try to find it. It's hard to find. Only 4chaners know.
Your fellow degenerates. This is my point.
Also, my Vortex is charging. I'm gonna give it like a little bit. I'm gonna pull out another set just to play with for a little bit. I'll be right back.
That's valid. I've been using not Vortexes this whole time. I know this says Vortex beta testing, but the beta testing is happening with one of my wires because it's broken.
I charged my set before I went to Texas. I used it the whole weekend, and they're still going.
Mine just died. I charged mine on Thursday, and I think I don't know. I've been using them a bit here and there after I came back too. So it finally died. So it just needs, I would say, half an hour. Give me a sec.
Yeah, these things charge hella quick. I had them go from dead to full in like literally 20 minutes.
Alright, I got stuff to play with here. And you know what?
Okay, I'm turning off the TikTok stream real quick because there was no one in there anymore. That algorithm gives you a nice little boost for like a little bit, and then they just like shut off the faucet.
Oh, really?
It's kind of weird.
Actually, based on what I know about TikTok, that makes a lot of sense. Like, they'll give you a taste of success with 1 million followers or whatever, or 1 million views for one video, and then they'll just be like, all right, that's your time.
Yeah, that's kind of more or less my experience. Every once in a while something hits, and it's just like, why did that one hit?
I tried TikTok once, and I don't know, I'll probably try it again at some point, but the one time I tried it, I posted a video, and the first thing that happened was some 12-year-old kid just came on and was like, not your video. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not my video? I'm literally in it.
No way.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, and at first I was annoyed, and I was like, you know what? Who the hell is this? And I look at their profile, I'm like, oh, you're like 12 years old. Like, of course you're a piece of shit. Like,
to him, he didn't read your reply, and he's just like, what an idiot trying to steal Steamboy's videos.
Right.
That was your biggest fan, my guy. He's just trying to defend you. He thought some asshole was stealing your videos.
You know what? That's totally fair. I gotta fix this one. There we go. Yo, also, you guys see that cheese fountain, like at the kickback?
Yeah, there was a fucking cheese fountain. That's the part that really gets me. Like, there was a genuine fondue cheese fountain with a big old pile. Like, I'm honestly surprised that not more people got sick. Or at least we haven't been hearing stories of people getting sick. Because, like, I could have bathed in that cheese fountain.
That's true. I don't know what it was about it, but it kind of made...
It was so aesthetic.
It was so aesthetic.
After I was through with it, it was a 2 cheese fountain.
I'm pretty sure I have a thing of B-roll somewhere where not only is Steve Lee like dipping the cheese in it, he just like puts that shit right in his mouth.
I got a little bit of B-roll of the cake. I should have got some of people eating the cake. You didn't see the cake?
Bro, there was so much happening at that kickback.
Dog, there was a cake right next to the cheese fountain. Dog, that party was unbelievable. Like,
yo, it really was unbelievable. Like, there were 2 rooms for light shows, and then there were people trading on the stairs, and there were also people in the VR room that Scotty was recording people in, and then there was the garage. Like, it was like a chill out space where people were playing Smash. That's where I got my trade-in with Mike Cheatham. So yeah, it was great. Honestly, I'm hoping that I can make it to the second one, because I know that they're gonna do a second one before the year's out, right? That's the plan.
I don't know if they're trying to do it right away or if they're trying to wait till next year. I'm not sure for sure, but I know that there've been talks about doing some kind of camp out, because there's just no realistic way that we can grow that in a house. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely not.
That was already as big as it gets in a house. Like, that was huge.
Yeah, like, honestly, at the peak of it all, there was very little room for people to, like, get in. Like, I try to get some footage in there, and literally everywhere I look, it'd be like, if I took a step, I'd be ruining someone's light show. So I just stuck my ass right there.
Seismic Light says he has a bone to pick with Josh. Which Josh? There's 3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3 Joshes in here right now, bud. Didn't you see the thumbnail?
Yeah. Josh Pillow, Josh Lee, Josh Stevens. Which one's Seismic?
Josh, should we tell him the story about the dude? We'll keep it anonymous because...
We'll keep the story anonymous, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
So, I traded with said Glover. Fire, by the way. Super good.
Amazing
really
Glover.
Good Glover. Great Glover. One of the best. I don't know about one of the best. He's good.
Walk that back a second.
Walk it back a little bit. We got a little too crazy. He's good. I traded with him and I was like, yo, I got a VR camera upstairs. Why don't you come record a VR light show? And he was really confused about this statement. And I was like, you know, like, wear like a VR headset, you can watch it back.
Which makes sense at first because, you know, it's new technology, you know? Like, it makes sense at first.
But, like, everybody's heard of VR. Who hasn't?
Right.
And he was like me getting a light show or giving one? I was like, giving one. I got, like, a camera, and then we'll just record it, and then later you can, like, watch it if you find a VR headset. If not, you know, no worries. And he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm down. So I take him up there. And I think Josh was chilling up there or something.
No. I like followed you guys. I was like, hey, like, are you guys going up to record some VR shows? And you're like, all right, bet, I'm coming. So we get into the room, we close the door, right? And then he's like, wait, why am I up here? I'm like, oh, we're gonna shoot a VR show. And he like looks at us like we're crazy and says, I don't even know what that means. And then he walks over to Scott's camera and goes, that's a camera?
That's a camera?
And we're like, yep. And he goes, and I'm giving a show to that. And we're like, yep. And then he's like, I was like, do you understand what's going on now? And he goes, whatever, man. And then he gives a show, you know, he finishes, and Scott and I are looking at each other like, oh yeah, that's awesome, we're talking about it. And suddenly, like, he's just spacing out, and he looks at it and goes, I don't even really know what I just did. And we're like, oh, you just shot a VR light show. And we're trying to explain this to him. He's like, I don't have a VR headset. Where am I supposed to get one? And we're like, I don't know. You just got to do it. And he's like, that's fine. I don't even know what's happening. And then later, I go down to visit him. And I'm like, he's obviously with this lady. And I'm like, dude, like, do you feel better? Like, are you okay? And he's like, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on.
Dude, like, was hella spun, huh?
He was so spun. Like,
he was kitted out for research purposes.
Purposes. The funniest part too was that at some point I realized he's like bending down and like his hands are like this over his shoes. Like he's not even like, he's like, and he goes, I thought I was cool, but I can't even tie my own shoes. And I'm like, do you want me to tie your shoes for you? And he goes, Yes, please.
You had to tie the man's shoes.
I had to tie the man's shoes. I was willing to do it. I get it. We've all been there.
I don't know if we've all been there. But
yeah, I don't know about all of us, my guy.
We've been somewhere. I haven't been there.
I mean, I haven't been there since I was 6, but I get it.
That's funny. Just gotta be careful, y'all. When you do things, when you do extracurriculars at a house party, just make sure that you can tie your own shoes afterwards.
Yes, please.
Don't do shit for research purposes. Research is for lab rats, my dudes.
That's correct.
We are not lab experiments.
That's correct. Whatever you do, make sure it's tested by someone else, not you.
Yo, I got this set on. The one mode on this is like a ruby. I don't know. It comes out pink on camera though. But it's like a deep red where I'm at. Okay, you can get a little bit more of that.
That red is rad. Some rad red.
Rad red.
Radish reddish right there. It is. We are an hour into the stream, actually 56 minutes into the stream. I want to take this opportunity to remind you all that you are walking bags of water and that you need to refill yourself on a regular interval. And if you do not do that, you're going to get headaches. And since there are bright things in your face, flickering and flashing at you, it's going to make those headaches worse. So hit yourself with some liquid, some life juice.
Yo, Seismic, you're gonna have to ask Limit for that one. He has it. I've seen it. It's good. So you're gonna have to ask him for that one. That's on you. Hee hee.
Yeah, let's check this. Let's check these chat a little bit. Lighthouse says clickbait as fuck. Must be talking about when I said I know this was a beta testing stream, but two of us don't have our sets working right now. Maybe we should talk about the betas a little bit more. What are you guys' what are your guys' favorite feature of the glove set?
Honestly, this sounds weird, but the fact that the actual light is small enough that I can stick whatever casings I want in them, because I have coffins in mine right now. Here, I can show you. Boom, boom. Where are they? They're right here. Then, yeah. So I'm gonna pull a single one out. Like, that's what the actual light is. This teeny little.
Snaps just call this White Josh, Short Josh, and Asian Josh.
And don't call Jest short.
Yeah, I'm a medium-sized king now. Come on.
He's 5'11", bro.
5'11", which means I'm actually 5'10 and a half, because anyone who says they're 5'11 is actually lying, because if you're actually 5'11, they'd be saying they're 6 feet, because nobody tells you what height they actually are in reality.
Dustin, why you like this?
He comes in here just to cause trouble.
You could have said tall Josh and then white Josh. You didn't have to single Jest out like that.
Wait, so no matter what, I am Asian Josh.
Regardless, you're very much in the clear there.
I mean, I could take one for the team on that one.
White Josh is 6 foot on Tinder. Yeah, 6 foot on Tinder is like 5'8", 5'9", right?
In real life, does Tinder just add a couple inches? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Well, yo, Scott, what's your favorite feature of it so far?
So I answered by doing it. Just being able to mode swap, dude. It's literally a cheat code. Like everybody was just like so amazed at how many mode swaps I was able to pop off. Just super quick. They're just like, how'd you do that? And then I get to explain it a little bit. It's fun.
It's just having extra hardware, extra buttons, extra options for lights. Like that's just gonna be huge. That's game changing, really, honestly.
There's honestly too many good features, because while that is pretty cool, just being able to download sets and just drag and drop on my computer, that's fucking nice too. It's super quick. I'm not tinkering with a Bluetooth device that's not working half the time. Like, it's great.
Feel that. Actually, have you traded sets with people yet, Scott?
Yeah, like I'm running JJ's RBG set right now. He uploaded it and I like it.
Nice. In fact, I might do that on stream while we're here, because he sent me a couple of modes.
It's pretty fucking dope. Like, look at this mode. Like, what other set can do that?
That's pretty gnarly. I dig it.
Yeah.
There's none.
There's no glove set on the planet that can sequence lights. That's wholly innovative and unique to this glove set because of the wiring situation. That's not theater scroll, is it?
I don't know. I downloaded this one, so I have no idea which one.
So
this is,
one of the modes is theater scroll, which is like it blinks across, but it blinks every other one. So if you put your hands together, it's like, no, that doesn't look like theater scroll. That looks like a warp of some kind.
I think this was one of my favorites the entire weekend. That was really tripping.
Tim McCoy says, I love this stuff, but do you guys always talk and use hand movements? That's kind of the stream. Is there something specifically other than talking and seeing hand movements that you wanted to see? Because
we can do other stuff.
I mean, we could not talk and do hand movements, but hand movements are kind of implied here. That's kind of the main focal point here. Is the
you know what? I think if anything, he's trying to challenge us in the world of entertainment. I feel like we should not talk and not do hand movements. We should just sit here for 2 hours and just stare at each other.
I mean, we can still do leg movements.
We can do leg movements for sure. We can give each other feet jobs.
Listen.
Glovers are Italian.
Glovers are rave Italians. All right, listen. No talk. Wait, what?
Stop.
No talk, or just no talk at all? Like no talk? You just want us to talk? I'm still confused at what the request here is. Can we get a live Jest Pendulum video? No. No, you may not get that.
Yo,
I'll do a live around the world.
Dude, you would do that anyway.
I'm not trying to get well, I'm not monetized yet. I'm not trying to get banned from YouTube already, my guys. The pendulum video got put up because the 6 seconds of my weenie being covered by the light was able to be cropped into the video instead of it being on camera fully in all of its glory.
That's how you should retire. Like that's like the day
by releasing the B-roll footage. Just here's my dick, everybody. Okay, bye.
It's like a high risk opportunity, because like if you fuck it up in that one moment, like you're getting banned 100%.
Right. Exactly. There's no chance. And listen. There's no chance that you're doing it perfectly. Like, you know how many takes it took me to get like just a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time synced up. Too much. Too many takes.
You don't have a number for it?
Like not 10 or 11. I don't know. It was a lot of takes.
Only 11?
Here's the thing. each take wasn't just like each take was like a press play and a pause. Each take could have been like 20 minutes of me just sitting there going, was that on screen? Was that covered? Was that covered? No.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta re-watch it. You know how many it took me to do the around the world?
Do I want to know?
52.
Did it taste like chocolate?
It tasted like ass, bro.
That's commitment right there. That's
that is.
That's both gross and inspiring at the same time.
I think Outlaw was the one that said like we can all quit now. So I have a question. I have this file from JJ. It is a UF2 file. It contains the modes apparently. How do I use it?
So just drop it. So first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to plug in one of your gloves.
Okay.
One or both of your gloves. One at a time actually. Dave asks, what if you accidentally post the wrong take? Dave, that is why we edit. Can't post the wrong take when you edit it into the right take.
Alright.
So get one of your gloves plugged in with a USB cord, and then you see that exposed button. So there's a covered button, there's a switch, and there's an exposed button. You're gonna have to hold the exposed button for like a split second or something like that, and then it'll flash a certain color. I honestly do not even remember. Scotty, do you remember how this works?
So you tap the exposed button twice, kind of like a weird.
Yeah.
Was it like a double click?
Double click. Yep.
And then you should hear the bloop.
Yeah, I heard a bloop.
And then you should see it in your file explorer.
Yep.
Ooh, I see something.
Yep. There should be just basically a flash drive, and then just drag the file onto the flash drive, and that's it. That's all there is to it.
Yo,
you can save your old one, and I just have like a folder that I'm gonna like store all my sets in. And then you can just delete the old one out of the thing, the trinket or whatever.
So I can, you said I can just replace it, right?
Yeah.
I just delete the original current.
You don't even have to delete the original, just drag it in, and it'll automatically take the new one.
Nice.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I never really trust stuff like that, so I'm like, I'm gonna delete the old one.
That's valid. Computers are funny like that.
Yeah. Mainly because I had this old set of Visual Poi, and it was back when Visual, like Pixel Poi, was like just starting, and I was like, this is dope. I had like one of the first sets, and you loaded up images on it, and then you can make patterns out of the images that you load on. I was like, sweet. But I made like a Halloween set. I was spinning them on Halloween. It was sweet. There was pumpkins. And then some of those patterns got like burned into the hardware. So now no matter what set I make, all of a sudden there's pumpkins. And I was like, I don't want pumpkins all the time, you know? It's Halloween, it's cool, but it's just a normal day. And now I got pumpkins showing up. It was lame.
Every day's Halloween, Scott. Don't you know?
I guess,
listen, apparently YouTube thinks it's always spooky season because it's been 6 months, and my top video on this channel is the video that is still getting the most views on a weekly basis is the spooky scary skeletons dance, and I'm kind of upset about that.
That's wild.
Dang,
I would have never guessed.
So anyways, it's always spooky season, and apparently I need to do that dance more to make my channel grow.
I think you found your niche.
Apparently my niche is spooky scary skeletons dances, and that's it. That's all I'm supposed to do on YouTube.
I think the gods have spoken. I think that's how you should start every
Why am I upset about that? Because I put effort into other content. Right, I put effort into real content. But they're right, because I did like actually work to try to learn that dance, and I love that dance, but like it's kind of ridiculous that I've put up a lot of content between now and then, and that's the thing that's still like ridiculous.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again because for some reason my computer froze. So One more time. Go. Double click. 1, 2. Okay, there it is. Okay, got it. Copy. So, I have a potential question for you guys. Does it actually matter, you think, what color casings we have? Because my answer is yes, but just not right now.
Does it matter what color?
Pack?
You mean the pads?
Yeah, because I remember a while ago, Shane was saying that potentially we can end up coating that light.
Yeah.
Right now it's just green, but you know, I feel like once we figure out how to actually coat it properly, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it'll obviously affect it then, but.
Right. That's why I got blue. Like, I was forward thinking, I was like, I want whatever light coming out of it to have that nice blue tint. So that's why I got it. But yeah, I'm just curious. By the way, if anyone out there watching this right now is interested in coating these, please let me know, because I'll make sure you guys get a set in your hands if you're actually serious about contributing to the cause.
Basically, coders hit us up.
Yes, please. Because I remember in the OSM days, we had this guy named John Joseph Miller, and he's the guy that made the vector software. I actually tried to find that dude again. I think he's off Facebook now. Whatever. I don't know what happened to him, but he's gone.
Gone. Digital footprint just evaporated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame because he did really good work for the OSM community. Alright, I don't know why, but it's not. Unexpected error keeping you from copying this file. Here, I'm going to try to just replace it. I might just delete it and replace it. Alright, we go.
Okay, one of my sets finally died after.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was about that time.
Like 3 days.
Oh, there it goes. There it is. Yep.
Do you take FIOS stamp donations? That sounds like stream donations. I definitely take those. Cash App, Venmo, I don't know. Shit.
Alright, there we go. Second light. Yo, I'm looking at this set right now. It already looks pretty good. Alright, copy. There it is. Alright, JJ, let's see what you got for us. And there's 2.
Food stamp donations. I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah, like what the heck?
Snap says, I want to see brown on the Vortex.
Oh my God,
buddy, listen, brown is not a real thing, okay? Brown is just really dark orange. Alright?
You know what? I've heard a local homie of mine actually figured out how to do brown, but he kind of cheated. Like he mixed certain colors and like it made one of the colors tint out brown or something like that. I haven't
Listen,
yet to see it myself,
listen,
but
it's just dark orange. It's just really, really dim orange. That's all brown is. I promise you.
Well, to make a brown idle tint, you would just take any two contrasting colors and having them together so they blend to make a brown.
That's
so like blue and orange to make a brown.
That's not how color works. That's not how color works at all. Any colors mixing makes white.
It depends on, like, I don't know, maybe you'd need some separation, but, and maybe it's because I'm thinking of how to make brown with paint. But making brown with paint versus making brown with something that absorbs light versus making brown with something that is light is entirely different processes, which is why brown has never been a thing on any color set, because anytime you're trying to show brown light, it's not brown, it's orange. It's really, really dark orange. And the things that are brown are just really, 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 really dark orange. I promise you.
You know what, that does make a lot of sense, although I know people still going to be hunting for it. Yo, this set is fire. JJ, if you're watching, you would outdone yourself, dude. I'm in love with this one. I wonder how he got it to do that. He might have a newer version of the firmware or whatever, because all three of his sets, he has like the first three, the primary three here, one set, and the pinky something else, the pinky and thumb something else. Josh, do you have this on your firmware too?
The what are we talking about?
Like he has these three as like one set, and then he'll have his pinky and his thumb something else.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got new firmware if he's got that. That was one of the sets that I requested they put together.
Yeah, this is dope. I'm digging this.
Either show me brown or put the Vortex on your feet. Listen, when I get my wires back, you degenerates are in for a treat, okay?
You strapping them to your feet, bro?
I have no.
Brown,
Listen,
right?
listen. I have a pair of toe socks that are white.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So we're gonna put the E-foot back together. Listen.
Oh my god.
This is happening, but as soon as I get E-socks, E-sock Pro, the Easy Sock. Guys, this is not a good idea.
Yo, you say this now, but I guarantee you someone's gonna be into that. And not even
oh, I know. This is gonna be the thing that goes viral, and I'm gonna be mad about it.
You already full committed by talking about it.
I know,
right,
but
right.
I full committed when I found the white socks. I was like, oh, this is. I hate that this is happening, but it has to happen for the memes. I'm a simple man. Listen, I see a meme, I make the meme.
Yo, I dig this one too. This one animates like where the tips and tops are going back and forth.
That's it. That's the one. That's theater flicker. That's our theater scroll.
Yeah, I'm in love with this. I will say though, one thing that I hope that
put your hands next to each other like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't look like theater lights.
No, absolutely. I was thinking like the borders for like.
That's exactly why we named it theater scroll, because it looks that is precisely what it looks like.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
Just I can fix wires, show up, and I'll have you back on air. They're the replaceable wires, Dave. I don't want to bother fixing them. They're the Gen 1 wires. I'm getting new wires, new Gen 2 wires. I do not want to bother trying to fix these when it's basically going to be next week that I have the new ones. Not worth fixing. It's one of those replace, don't waste time things.
Yeah, and also from what you've told me, they're already better than but they're supposed to be way tougher.
Yeah,
anyway, right?
the new wires are just better in every way. So
Okay, I see you. I will say though, one of my projects in the future that I want to try, because I'm not a coder, but this set has made me want to try. I want to try making a firmware for myself, and it's literally just so that I can animate the tips and tops individually how I want. Maybe not across each individual one, but just so that, like, for example, like I could have a DOPS on the tips while I have like a strobe or a flash on the tops. I think it'd be really dope.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Also, Scott, I don't know if I showed you this, but it's a proof of concept. I'm trying to do a compression wave like with this 45, so it'd be something like can't get the pinkies yet, but
yeah, that would be sick. It's hard for me to do with these fucking boats on my fingers.
I just noticed that. You got those from LED?
Yeah, and I have an idea for a set where like each section is a different color. And I was talking to Kurt, and
honestly,
like,
I feel
was
like
just gonna ask that question.
Yeah.
What are your guys's default suggestions for the?
My initial idea was we use a new set of Vortex that has 4 LEDs, and you could program each color LED a different color, so like green, red, blue, orange, whatever, and it would look like a Rubik's cube. And he was like, yeah, but we could just color each side panel a different color, and you could use one white light and it shines through. And I was like, yeah,
listen,
or we could just not be dumb.
Listen, if there's an easy way to do it, the lazy people will figure it out.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, we can just be fucking intelligent and have a brain about it. That's also an option.
Honestly, I just hope that we get a accelerometer module, because a lot of these flash patterns I could definitely see is going to be my favorite for idols, but I feel like in terms of actual strobe patterns, I'm pretty much a traditionalist. That's just me personally. So I would love for some of these like the theater strobe mode. Definitely want that as an idol.
Right.
I can definitely see myself just
and that's what's so cool about the tips and the tops, because like imagine theater strobe at your tops, on your tops, and then hyperdops on the tips. So it's theater strobing at you idly, but then the second you start moving, oh, you got your trails.
Yeah, that would be a cool, like, just like non-accelerometer way to do it. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm doing it, the trails for this one aren't too bad, actually.
Yeah,
they're not my favorite.
One of the things I talked to him about was the gap to color ratio, the ideal Glover gap to color ratio, and which is just a different thing entirety for orbiters, because they typically want more length in their colors.
Right. I think that was one of my biggest, like, I don't know if I call them criticisms, but I mean, if that's the word we're using, like, I guess like that was like one of my first big criticisms. But one thing that was cool is that I went up to him and was like, hey, I have an idea, and he was willing to work with me, like, on like trying to get my ideal strobe patterns.
That's one of the biggest comforts about working with Shane, is the fact that he is so open to criticism. He does not take anything personally. He takes the idea, he looks at it logically, and he's like, yes, how do we implement this, because it's a good idea. So
I see JJ saying, I just want a mic for sound reactive lights. Honestly, that would be super cool. It'd be cool, like, if you can even set it up so like you have like your different thresholds, and you specifically set up which threshold of sound gets which color or color pattern. I think that'd be super neat.
That'd be wild, yeah. So like more loud noises turns red, but softer melodies turns blue. That would be crazy.
You could even make like each note, like each specific note, a different color of a rainbow.
Yeah. I want to take this opportunity to make sure that you guys have smashed the like button and shared the stream. Share the stream in Discord. Share the stream in on Twitter. Share the stream on Reddit. That's a good one. Share the stream on the gloving Reddit. That one's something we haven't done in a while. Also, reminder, yougotmoves.com/gloves. Every time we are live, if you purchase gloves from yougotmoves.com while we're live, and I'll know because I'm the one who does it, you're going to get extra goodies in your bag. So just keep that in mind while we're here, while we're live, while we're talking. If you go and pick up yougotmoves.com/gloves for the special YGM tags, I'm going to hook you up with some special goodies.
Yo, actually, looking at that, Josh, do you have any like desired modules personally? Because I would love to see like a ring module with lights that you can program. But if you have specifically anything that you have in mind, I would love to hear it.
I'm pointing, but you can't see what I'm pointing at right now. So.
Yeah, I can see it. I see it. Yeah.
I want wrist. I want a wrist ring is essentially what I want. I want another strip of lights around my wrist. Maybe it's just a 2-point spot like I have it right now, or maybe it's an actual genuine wrist full of lights. But there's so much room for activities putting lights on your wrists. There's so much opportunity for things.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I could totally see like a whole like ring module where you can even program like the animation, so you could have it either go circular, you could have 3 points that are just like rotating around the cuff, just stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so dope. Having 3 points rotating around the cuff. Please, I want that specifically right now.
Yo,
JJ says Steamboy sets look fire. Yeah, because they're yours.
I was gonna say because they're yours. You weren't here when I was giving you a shout out, but
he was literally talking about how he stole all your sets and come in the chat being like, "Wow, nice sets." Actually, you could ask JJ if they got a new firmware for that one specific.
Yeah, do you have a new firmware for this? Because you have modes where these three are the same and your pinkies and thumbs are different. So you want a new firmware? Give it a moment.
I want some modes where the middle is solid. That's what I'm hoping for.
You want something different for your middles? Is that what you said?
Yeah, middle's solid would be ideal.
Yeah, I think that honestly is kind of the next big step for the firmware, which I think we can get, because even when I was talking to him last week before I left for Texas, Shane was already just looking through the code. He's like, yeah, there's so many ways that we can clean this up to make it more Glover friendly. Like, one idea that we talked about was timings. Right now, at least for the firmware that we were working on together, which was an older firmware, he had a lot of the modes timed so that the strobe and the blanks are the same. And I was telling him, like, you know, a lot of us prefer like custom timings for both of those. And you're like, okay, I could definitely see a way to make that happen. So I feel like those things are being taken into account. Yo, this is... Actually, Scott, what's on your wish list? It could be hardware, software. What you got? Because I know I got a couple things on my list.
Accelerometer would be nice. Being able to program individual fingers. Like, I was thinking it would be cool if you could program a set, and now you got your whole hand that set. And then if you could go in and select a finger, and then edit the modes and the colors of that individual finger. That would be a cool option.
I think that would be cool, and I think with the chip to chip, it would actually make things a lot easier, because I know that's something I want to do. Like, I want to go into each tip and top per mode and actually animate it. That's just me, and I think it would be easy with how easy the chip to chip on this thing is, because I remember with some people might give me some flack for this, but I actually love like LED gloves pixels. But the worst thing about those things is programming, because you're essentially programming 8 diodes, and then you have to do that for each light. And it was just a huge hassle. But
wait, you have to individually program 8 diodes?
Yep.
That's miserable.
Oh my god, that's traumatizing.
It was miserable.
Why would anyone do that? Why would
Nobody did.
That's why no one did, because it was so hard.
That makes me. I didn't even know that. That makes them even worse for me. Oh my god.
I will say they are super cool. It gets a lot of flack, but I would say
it's novel. It was just performed poorly. It was executed completely awfully. Like
that's basically what it is. Actually, you know what? I feel like you specifically might enjoy them, but specifically just as a palm light, or not a palm light, a backhand light.
Right. Like
that's the only way I would use it. I would never use a whole set personally, but as an accessory, they're really cool.
It literally looks to me like a novel pendant is what it looks like. Like
right.
Like if you took that technology and spread it out on a flat surface, it would have been executed it would have been a better idea. But putting them literally like a fucking LED track bar, why? I don't know, man. I still get worked up about it.
Oh, I do too. What I get most worked up about is that like we never really got an instruction manual for it. So many people were asking for it, and I remember we got something, but it was basically like a description in a video or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but we got something. It wasn't what we wanted, and to this day, I still don't know exactly what you can do with that thing.
Honestly, if you're gonna make a pixel light, there's no way you can make a pixel light like that without having a way to program it on the computer. Like, I'm sorry, it just does not. Starlight says, I tried to enjoy the pixels. I really did. Listen, I wanted to like it. But it really did not give me an opportunity.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Impossible.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if we ever do get the ideal version of it, it would have to be on a computer, because trying to make one mode on that thing basically took me, I think, an entire season of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening ridiculous. With how hard it is to incorporate it with like poi, which is like a massive stick. And you know, now they got it down, but it's like I was watching it happen when it first came out, and it was like it was hard with that technology. Putting it on hands,
I don't know. Personally,
I'm wrong.
I still want panels.
The correct execution of the pixels is going to be the vortexes. Like, I'm sorry, don't at me. You can't at me, actually. Yeah. I don't care. But really, like, if you just did what the pixels are doing, put one on the top, one on the tip, or put like 2 across the top, 2 across the tip. They could have been so cool. Make a fucking cap for your finger and put the pixel technology around that. Like, there's so many ways. Just ask any glover, any one single glover, what better way you could have done this, and they would have come up with ideas, and they just.
Yo, Starlight just confirmed that the pixels are like basically like a low-key bomb. Mine ate through full batteries in an hour, got hot, and I lost the battery arm the second programming session. Reminds me of like Thermite in like World War II.
Samsung Galaxy 8 confirmed.
Right.
Was it the 7 or the 8? I think it was the 8, right?
I think it was the 8, but I could be wrong.
One of those phones exploded on planes. Funny.
I know one thing I personally want, firmware-wise, would be basically having multiple like sets. So like I could basically be like scrolling through like set 1, like I have modes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I could hold a button down and it would give me a completely different set.
Pages instead of having 13 modes in a row. I was talking about this too, because I only want 3 or 4 modes at a time. But having the option to have 20 different modes and then only using 3 or 4 of those modes at a time, yes, that's a good idea. I like that. Having different mode pages is a good idea.
That's, you know what, even that terminology might be it, because we had this in the OSM community. We called it something else. We just called them sets, but I think pages is a better word for it. In fact, I'm gonna talk to
write that down. Quick, write that down.
There we go. But yeah, on top of that, I think.
Oh, by the way, JJ confirmed that it was a new mode that he made with Shane yesterday. So.
Oh, nice.
That is in fact why it looks like it's new, because it was not made.
Beautiful, beautiful. If anything, like, you give us some solid modes, because I'm playing with this right now, and yeah, these are some of my favorites that I've seen so far. In fact,
I was like editing some of the modes, or not the modes, but the colors, and just using the same modes. The CCCCCC is a nice one. I really like that one.
Oh, was that the one he uploaded in the mode swap group?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah, I might take a look at that tonight. If anything, I think I might upload a couple of stuff on there tonight myself, because that white red set, the one that was playing at the beginning of the stream, and that cipher, that's become one of my favorites. And
yeah, that one's gnarly. It looks so good on camera.
C. Why is there so many C's? Is it like cream, coral, cyan, color?
Yeah.
It was something nuts. It was like, I think it was cream, coral. I think it was
Clementine.
Coral, cream, cyan, cream, coral, cream, cyan. It's something like that. It's nuts.
Do you have it on your glove set right now?
Yeah, they're charging right now, but I can flip it on real quick.
Yeah, just give us a little taste. Is that it?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say. Although I do like that one.
It's an 8-color CCC pattern with 2 coral in it.
Dang, I want it. You know what? I'm gonna download that right now.
It's nice. And it actually comes off on camera pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I want that.
Rechargeable batteries. Well, do I have news for you, my guy? So, not only are these pads completely USB rechargeable, not only do they recharge in 20 minutes from dead to full, but they also have replaceable batteries. So it's not just rechargeable, but replaceable. So you can get a modular battery pack, a couple extra batteries, have those continuously recharging themselves, and you are good to go.
I'm gonna pop in this new firmware. Yo, this is fun. It brings out that old OSM itch. Like, this is a lot of fun. I can't wait to like see people at festivals with these, because one of my favorite things was just seeing people with modes that you created or modes that they took from you and then modified. Like, I'm really excited to see what people make.
Just being able to go up and say, hey, give me your glove set.
Right.
Give me your color set. I mean, not your glove set necessarily, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, me and Josh did that, like,
we did
at the meetup. Yeah. I was like, yo, give me that red white, and he's like, all right. Bam. Now I have it.
Gloving is back, boys. Gloving is back. In fact, dead ass facts be. We bought the dip, and we're major stockholders right now. Ready for the moon.
Okay, that's one. Okay. Then I will say one thing I am curious about, because you know the Vortex is kind of an ecosystem, right? Because there's also the Vortex Orbit. I'm curious to see how because you can give you can get modes from Vortex orbits and vice versa. I'm very curious to see how those modes like translate.
They're not gonna translate great because of how the Vortex has more pads on it, more lights on it. So
I got this orbit from him too when I got the.
Oh, you got the orbit too? Nice.
Yeah.
Basically, the orbit has more lights in the sequence, so it has to be programmed for more lights in the sequence, and that way, that's why it's like gonna show up weird. Which is one of the reasons why when he first programmed these gloves, most of the color sets looked really wonky, or most of the flash patterns looked really wonky, is because they weren't specified for the correct amount of lights.
Yeah, so I know that I want to pick up a Vortex orbit at some point, but the reason I want one is to use it as a mode bank.
Right. I wonder if it'll read properly on the orbit and then just basically, yeah, I think that would work, right?
Yeah, because it'd be the same software, so even if it looks wonky on the orbit, it should come back the same like through the glove set. That's my mentality anyway.
God, I fucking suck at orbiting.
Yeah, I noticed it. That's pretty dope, though.
I just like the decal on it. I'll have to turn this off to show you it, but he made me a Jinx themed orbit.
Oh, did he? Did you request it or?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I got like proper development of gloving. Oh, yo, we got someone from the Netherlands in here.
Yo, what up? As someone from the Netherlands and dying for a real proper development of gloving, like probably the rest of the world. Yeah, gloving kinda got stifled, and I'm not here for that. So we're gonna do what we can to share the love.
You guys should all just visit us too. If anything, I want to go back to the Netherlands.
Dude, it'd be sick as fuck to go to festivals in Europe and bring light shows. It'd be like, it'd be like brand new to them mostly.
It really is, because when I went to festivals in Wales, a couple of years back, and I saw like Flume and like NDC, and I would bring out my gloves, and all of my friends knew what it was because I introduced it to them, but everyone else was like, what the heck is this man doing? Like, they don't have like at least from what I've seen, they don't really have a flow arts culture like that over there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Alright. This is what I got so far. Boom. Okay, I like that. This one's pretty cool as well.
He got the Mega to Glorbiter bundle.
Yeah.
He said, Ryu-Rex says, I've been to Cali once, but festivals here and we have some, but not that huge. It would be really cool to find some of the bigger ones and just go out there mob in full force with some glove gang.
A lot of it's like hard pilot stuff. It'd be hard to glove.
No, dude, if anything, especially, I don't know about anywhere else, but especially in the UK, those do love drum and bass.
Take this opportunity to go ahead and refill yourself with some of that water. We definitely have been streaming for a little over an hour and a half at this point. And
okay, let me ask you, because Dustin is asking for a glove shot upside down. I know you mentioned that earlier. What do you mean by that? Like, literally we're upside down, or we just flip the camera over?
Very good question. You answer the question.
Okay.
All right, because I'm probably gonna have to go here soon because I gotta go to Chicago tonight. So
you gotta go to Chicago tonight? Right?
Yeah. Well,
what, are you driving?
Yeah, but I'm not going there. I'm meeting up at a buddy's house, and I'm gonna sleep there, and then we're going in the morning.
Gotcha. Well, we are, as of right now, we are 25 minutes away from stream end. So if you have to go early, I understand, but we're pretty much in the home stretch here. So
yeah.
If anything, I can stick around till the end, so...
So Scott and Josh, you both have to glove upside down as is tradition.
Okay, do I get music?
Yeah. Sorry, I've been playing music on the stream the whole time. But,
I can't hear it. Here, I'll try to do this.
But yeah, it doesn't come through for the Discord, unfortunately.
No worries. Here, I'll just pretend I have a beat. Alright, y'all ready for this?
Hold on, I'm going first. I'm already...
Too late, Scott.
Both of you go at the same time.
Alright, we'll throw a double.
Okay,
I'm gonna fall.
I can't see what Josh is doing, so Scott goes first.
Hold on.
It's hard to angle.
It is hard to angle.
Scott has it handled pretty nicely with the classic chair maneuver.
Is there like a meta to this already?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Evan Dallas approach is what Scotty is doing, that's correct. Looking good, looking good. Satisfying. I would tell you to do your signature move, but we don't want to see any dick flails right now.
Too early for that in your career.
Yeah, maybe go to the Pornhub stream for that one. All right,
absolutely.
All right, Josh, it's your turn. Let's see what you got.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay, he's getting extra. This looks
wow.
dangerous.
You gotta lock your chair out, bro. You don't want it spinning like that.
That is terrifying, but I'm here for it. This is the new approach. This is creativity. This is a new meta right here.
I don't know if that's the meta, bro.
That's the new meta. That is the
meta.
That is actually okay. So Sari is in the top tier because she's the only one who's like took the assignment from me and instantly flipped her camera over. But I will say you now have the Steamboy method, just as Snaps put in chat. That is now officially the Steamboy method. So
that's my legacy.
You have a legacy of how this is done. Very good.
That's
very
how
good.
I want to be remembered when I die.
You will be
Steamboy method.
You will be remembered for the Steamboy method. So smash like for the Steamboy method. Share the stream, of course. Even though we're almost done here, I'm gonna give away a amazing easy light set at the end of the stream. This time, I have not given away anything in the last few streams, so I'm gonna do that again. Amazing lights, easy light glove set, just a cheapo. It's got two things going for it. It's bright and it's color, and those are the only two things that you need at a festival. So, easy light glove set. I'm also giving away a $100 Amazing Lights gift card at 2,500 subscribers, and we're at 2,180 right now. So, we're actually kind of crushing it with how fast the subs are going up compared to how long it took me to get to even 1,000 subscribers. So that's fun. That is, in fact, as Reorex says, poggers. Deadass, poggers, no cap. Pog champ as fuck. So that's cool. Also got, of course, shout out Jest3M for 10% off at amazinglights.com. Jest at Starborn Universe for cool hoodies. Jest at Into the AM and iHeart Raves works. And of course the gloves thing. If you buy gloves during the stream, I'm gonna hook you up with some extra goodies. If you buy my book during the stream, I'm gonna write you a love letter. I'm going to write in the cover, and I'm going to tell you how much I appreciate you. So buy the book during the stream. Actually, buy the book at any point in time. I'm probably going to write something fun in the cover. So that's cool. We're almost too sold out with the book, which is cool. If I get in the next few months, if I get them sold out completely, I would like to do a limited run. There's some content that I want to add to the book, and then there's I want to do a special cover, like a hardcover edition that looks like a tome, like an ancient tome. I think that'd be really cool. So that's kind of the future goal, is to have a ancient gloving tome.
Would you do that special edition, like leather bound?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. With like a diagram of a hand doing like the digit scale or something on the cover. I think that'd be cool as fuck.
Like a DaVinci Code like diagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I need to get that made. Yes, just like this, but like yes, the Vitruvian man, the Vitruvian hand, not the Vitruvian man. Yes. Yes, correct. That is the correct answer.
Hit up Sean Venom Lights about that. He draws hands really well.
Word.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
I'll do that. Scotty, did your camera turn off?
Yeah, my battery died in it.
Yikes.
But I probably need to get going now because I still need to do some packing, and then I need to drive to Cleveland. Which is like a 3.5-hour drive, so I got a night ahead of me.
Understood. Well, thanks for making time for us. We appreciate you being on.
Doubt.
Do you have anything you want to say before you take off? Anything you want to tell the chat?
Really just Snapseed's booty hole from the back. That's about
it. You hear that, Snaps? He got you. He fucking got you. All right. We appreciate your time. Thank you for being on with us. And thanks for doing the VR light shows. Check out his channel. What's your channel called again?
It's called VR Hand Jobs.
VR Hand Jobs. Go subscribe to VR Hand Jobs. Because he has the best. I don't know how YouTube let you have that, but I'm here for it.
Hey, they let me do it, so I did it.
I'm here for it. So that's great. And then yeah, Sike, you thot.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. Keep killing it.
Will do. We'll talk soon. Thanks for being here.
Later.
All right, now I can switch over and get you in the full screen here.
Very good, very good.
There we go. There we go. Now I got you in the full screen.
Cool. It's still here.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a variation on this one that's like a blue and a red, but I'm really digging the, like, I feel like traditionally in sets, I haven't really been a fan of like lavenders and like mint green sets, but for whatever reason, this set, the Vortexes have really made me fall in love with those colors.
The Vortexes have amazing greens and fucking amazing purples, and the yellows too. And the yellow. Can we talk about the yellows for a second? Because I usually do not like programmable yellows. Programmable yellows are ass, but holy shit, does the Vortex have a gold that is just so nice, so nice.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually even gonna find an empty slot here that I can just. Yeah, like for example, like the yellow on this one's pretty nice. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but
Snaps just said Steamboy stream boy, if you will.
Yo,
give me credit, Josh. I told you those colors. Oh, he's talking to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, if anything, this is what I had to deal with when I was on that plane ride to and from Texas. I love every second of it, but this is what I deal with.
What, Dustin being
Oh yeah, Dustin being Dustin.
Dustin doing Dustin things.
Exactly.
Listen, I gotta give him some credit, because if Dustin wasn't in my chat doing Dustin things from the very beginning, the stream might have been a little bit more boring than it has been. So I appreciate you doing Dustin things, Dustin.
Oh, for sure. Like, I remember the first time we like hung out for a long weekend. I invited him over to my place, and one of the first things he does is like, "Yo, you know what ordinary sausage is?" And I'm like, "No, what is that?" And he's like showing me this YouTube channel, and he's just a guy that makes sausages. Sometimes they're you know what, they're kind of weird, but you know, they turn out delicious. And other times it's like viewer requested sausages. What do you guys want to see in a sausage? So it's like stuff like air sausage, that's, you know, just a condom, and then water sausage, which is just a sack full of water.
That's so weird.
Dustin, shut up. Like, it felt real last week. It was real last week. So
does it feel real? No, it was it felt surreal, honestly.
It did feel surreal. So it was funny because I was like, you know what? It doesn't feel real that we're going to Texas. And when we get there, I'm like, he's like, does it feel real yet? I'm like, no, it doesn't feel real yet. You know, we just got here. But you know what? And I know this is like a stereotype, but it happened. I like, the second we got off like the walkway, like off the plane and into like the airport, I turned my head and there's a man like 30 feet away from me wearing a 10-gallon hat. I'm like, okay, we're in Texas.
Okay, it feels real now.
This is real now.
That's amazing. We love to see it. Just an enormous, just a regular Doug Dimmadome immediately after getting off the plane.
Right. And I remember I was talking to Gian afterwards, and he's like laughing as I'm telling the story. He's like, no, I hate to say it, but it's definitely a thing here. It's like a fashion statement.
It's called fashion, sweaty. Look it up. Hella pickup trucks, yeah. No, Texas is a vibe. It really is. I was very happy to be in what is equivalent of fucking late spring, early August weather. Not early August, late fall, early spring weather. The opposite.
I was not expecting that weather. Very cold and very rainy. Not what I thought Texas would be.
Well, it was also February, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I just had this preconceived notion.
You're expecting to go to Florida. It's not 72 and humid, alright? Listen. Texas is Whataburger and 10-gallon hats. That's facts. Josie C says boots. Austin is the best city in the state. Why don't you guys do the thing in Austin then, huh? Why'd you go to Houston? And I know the answer to that, because location. You guys had a house to do it in, obviously.
Be down next time.
It was beautiful the day y'all left. Yeah, no, that's correct.
It was.
Sunday was gorgeous.
Sunday was gorgeous. Yeah, I think from what it sounded like, he was not prepared for 100 people just showing up to his apartment. Because after having stayed there, that place would not support 100 people.
Oh no, no chance. Gian would not have had any ability to host that many people. That's crazy to think about. Like, everybody who was coming to that thing, it turned from a kickback, a family. Photon family kickback into the biggest gloving house party in history. Like,
Yeah,
I do genuinely do not think that there's been a bigger gloving house party, and if there's been a bigger, like, okay, maybe a house party that there's been some gloving at, sure. There's never been a house party that big where everybody there was invited because they were affiliated with gloving in some capacity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
if anything, it makes me excited because I know that Hunter Lin was talking about doing something similar, and he said he was going to talk to Gian about like helping get that set up. Because if anything, like at this point, I know that I am okay with traveling just to like meet new gloving homies and stuff like that. Like if anything, it'd be a reason for like people like to travel and just do this thing that we love, you know?
Yeah, we need to get more of that energy back into the community, because that is really what was the lifeblood of the community. When gloving was popping off, that's what I was doing. Is I was traveling around the country, meeting the different communities, getting to know everybody, going to festivals in different regions of the country, competing in different regions of the country. And if that energy comes back, then gloving has an actual shot of resurging, and I'm here for that 100%.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I never really traveled like that outside the community, but you know, just because, especially with the DMV being what it is, just it's literally 3 different states that decided to like come together. I was used to driving around, you know, and especially with East Coast, you know, meeting up with people in New York, and then you know, eventually meeting Scotty like up in Ohio. Like, you know, it is a part of this culture that we've made for ourselves,
right?
You know,
gotta travel across the land, searching far and wide.
Yeah,
use
exactly.
Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Listen, being a fucking Pokemon trainer and a gym leader is definitely equivocal to doing this finger training weirdness that we do. So
absolutely.
That's fun. So where do we go next? Asks old Dave, and Joe says 4KC, and the answer is realistically, Teddy and I are trying to work on getting the next 4KC type event. It's not going to be called 4KC again. I'm not sure what we're going to call it yet, but it is going to be the next live gloving premiere mecha IGC-esque thing. Oh, look. Wow. That is amazing time. Is that amazing timing or what? Do you have something to say to them, Tedward? I think there's a Tedward that's gonna come in here and say something.
Yeah,
to
I think
us.
so too.
That is some timing right there, honestly.
How's it going?
What's going on, guys?
Tedward, hello, welcome.
What's going on? Is my audio coming through on the...
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Cool, great. Wonderful. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. Do you want your camera, or do you want to just tell us what's up?
No, I just popped in to say hi. You were talking about things, and my ears are ringing. So just go ahead and continue. I'll chime in when you want to add me in.
Well, I just was gonna say the next thing that's happening is a 4KC type event. We're not exactly sure what we decided on a name yet for it, but you know, the logistics are happening, and you know, we're logistifying and mystifying and gristifying and all that stuff. So.
Well, I suppose. Oh, by the way, Seismic, it is not amazing timing. It has never and will never be that timing for me. No offense. But anyway, I suppose we could drop a slight nugget of foreshadowing. So we are actually going. The first thing that we're going to offer, is a package. I'm not exactly sure what the title of this package is going to be, but think of it as basically an event sponsorship / early VIP, where you get a specialized jersey, front of the line access, and if you're over 21, you can also cash in a drink ticket on top of that, and then one or two pairs of gloves on top of that for a price that we're going to determine, and basically that the money from those sales will go directly to a deposit for the venue, which I should hear from them by the end of the week on our totals. So if we do this, there's a possibility we might be going back to the Globe Theater.
That would be huge. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to offer, as JJ so eloquently put it in the chat, a booster package. As they say, a crowdfunding sort of package. What you're going to get is you're going to get a specialty, you're going to get a specialty item, gear item, merch item, be it a jersey of some kind, or it's probably going to look like a jersey realistically. Am I right about that?
What I have my eye on right now is a short sleeve jersey. It's kind of a cross between an esports and a soccer jersey. It's a really nice cut.
Cool. So some kind of apparel, some kind of merch like that. You're gonna get gloves for the event, so we're gonna hook it up with your size of whites. You're gonna get a drink ticket. You're gonna get a couple other things. We're not sure exactly all of the items that are getting put into this booster package.
Under the line access.
Essentially, what you're gonna get is the opportunity to get certain real value, and then also give us your hard-earned money so that we can put on a super fucking cool event for you. So
that's correct.
This
event is going to have the price tag of this event is probably going to have 5 figures in it before any coins are added. So this is going to be we're going to need the community's help to make this happen. But we did it last time, and
it's not an unrealistic goal. And there's so many people, like 100 people showed up at a house party. Like, you guys really don't think, you guys really think that people don't want to go to a theater and meet all their friends and idols and do the whole afternoon of that
with how poppin' like Glover's Pit has been, I know people are itching for like a real like in life competition right now.
Right. I agree with that fully. So, anyways, that's really all there is to that, I think. Basically, Teddy, you're going to be a guest on the stream when we have that ready to drop. Is that correct?
Yeah, when I have a full explanation and I'm ready to drop the booster package, JJ, I am 100% stealing that. That is definitely the name, and I needed a name for it, so thank you for that.
Booster pack.
When I drop the booster pack, that will probably be in the neighborhood of $100 to $125. I will be coming on the stream to explain it and make it available.
So we're looking forward to that. Probably within the next couple of months for sure. Hopefully weeks, but maybe a little longer. We'll see what happens here. We'll get that stuff together.
I mean, we'll see. You know, it depends on how nice my back is feeling. You know.
You do be carrying the gloving community sometimes, so.
No, never that.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping in and telling us the deets, because definitely people are interested in that kind of thing, and we'll get you on, when time comes.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the stream. I'll be hanging out in the comments section.
Oh yeah, we're actually gonna probably be cutting it here in the next few minutes. The last thing that we're gonna do before we end this stream is give that glove set away. So we have 11 people in chat right now. So we're gonna do pick a number between 1 and 100. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Hey Josh.
What's up?
Let's up that a little bit. Let's give them the glove set and also give them a YGM jersey in the size they would like.
Ooh, okay. So you hear that? You're gonna get a Easy Light set, but you're also gonna get a You Got Moves jersey. So courtesy of Tedward, drop your numbers between 1 and 100. If you see someone with your number above you, make sure that you pick a new number. Looks like everyone's good so far. Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters jersey.
Dustin.
YG. Does that count as YGM? Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters? I'm dead. Dustin, you need to have your internet taken away, honestly. Like.
Hey, I mean, Facebook did cut him off for a month a while ago.
That's probably fair. All right, I'm gonna get this random number generator up here. All right, between 1 and 100. Let's see where we're at here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 11 numbers. All right. if you want to win either both an Easy Light glove set and a You Got Moves jersey, drop your number. I got 8 out of 10 numbers in chat right now, so there's 2 of you that haven't dropped. I'm gonna give you the opportunity, giving you a little bit of time here to get in on this giveaway.
Chat, I am one of those people.
Okay, so Teddy's one of those people. So 9, we're at 8 out of 9 people. So go ahead, whoever is that last one. I'm gonna give you a countdown. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm going to spam this generate. I'm going to spam generate 5 times as I count down, and the number that it lands on when I finish picking that number. Hey Josh, actually, yeah, if you're in chat, you can pick a number too.
Here.
All right, here I go. We're gonna do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12 is the number. 12. We have closest without going over is Chameleon with 11.
Wow.
Wait, someone said 13 as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but closest without going over.
Oh, okay.
Price is right rules. Price is right rules when we have more than 10 people in the chat, or when we have more than when we have more than between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 100, it is Price is Right rules. So we have a winner. Go ahead and DM. Well, yeah. DM me your mailing address, and we'll get you your stuff.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Teddy. How's
jersey size too?
Yeah, how does the jersey work? Actually, DM Teddy for the jersey size. And then I've got your address on the You Got Move site already because you bought gloves. So we got that. I'll handle that on Monday. So yeah, DM Teddy for the jersey size. He'll get that handled for you. I'll get you your gloves. And then if your address is different, then DM me that. I'll handle that too.
Actually, we'll get him a discount code, and he can order the jersey on his own with the discount code. So that'll work.
But yeah, also that is that. That's all there is to it. So we got a stream coming up next Thursday as usual. Thank you all for showing up and being here. I want to thank Josh and Scott again for being here. Josh, I really appreciate you coming on. I'm sure that we're going to get you back on when the time comes for Vortex release. What I want to do is I want to have a hodgepodge of literally everyone who can show up, be on the stream to talk about stuff.
That'd be really fun.
So
thanks for having me. This has been great.
Yeah, it's been a good night. Definitely was fun talking to you guys. Trying to think if there's anything else we want to mention. Is there anything you want to mention? Obviously, go and subscribe to Josh. Steamboy has his own YouTube channel that is, I would say, the only other focused YouTube on clubbing. No, that's not true because there's also Lucy Drop and there's also The Lighthouse. Yeah. But listen, there's not very many of us who actually want to put high quality gloving content up on YouTube right now, and he's one of the people who's doing that. So I appreciate that. Go ahead and drop your links if you want.
Thanks, Josh. If anything, I don't really have much to drop for myself. If anything, check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/SteamboyGlover. I do want to give a shout out to Bio, who's been on stream. He's been trying to make his own gloving channel. It's pretty small right now, but it's growing. He does a lot of really cool gloving profiles. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely hit him up on Discord.
Oh, word, he's in chat here too. So.
Yep. Yeah, he's been watching. I don't know if he's still in, but he was watching for a good while. The only other shout I want to give to is Dustin, because the next time you come over, you're gonna get that first-hand look at the Steamboy method up close.
Ooh, the Steamboy
method.
Yourself. He's gonna show you his butt.
By the way, Steamboy, I went ahead and blessed your you're hanging on in the Halls of YGM Discord and the Justival Dome, and I went ahead and blessed you with one of our roles here, which is Off-Site Educator. So You Got Moves will also be highlighting all possible resources, not just ours.
That's one thing that I wanted to definitely talk about and highlight at some point. You Got Moves is going to have a list of educators, not just certified You Got Moves coach, but like as he said, off-site educators, people who we believe are qualified to be doing the thing, even if they're not doing the thing for You Got Moves specifically. So
no, Dustin, you.
All right, so that'll be that. Thank you everyone for showing up again on this Thursday night. My Jestys Besties, my Justice League, my Jesticles. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. So thank you for being here, and remember, it's better to be weird than boring.
Absolutely.